Hi everybody, and welcome to our masterclass for the Money Manifesting Challenge. I am so excited to spend this time with you. We get a little bit longer today, which is amazing because we've been doing 30-minute calls every day, and today we can go for a lot longer. So we'll go for at least an hour today, but generally on these last calls, I tend to stick around for quite a while, sometimes 90 minutes or more, because I want to be able to answer all of your questions. And I've got tons of time today, so you won't be able to get rid of me, basically, because I love spending time with you. And of course, I love talking about manifesting. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm guessing you're not just seeing me go blah, 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 blah. And I'm right here in the corner today because I have some slides to keep me on track. Now, I've already seen amazing comments. People are sharing how much they loved the challenge. I'm seeing people share where they are listening in from, which just makes me so happy. You know, like if we were all trying to be entrepreneurs 20 years ago, it is such a lonely existence sometimes if you are the only one into personal development in your family or your friendship group, or you know, even your colleagues, and we can find each other all around the world. That's what makes me so happy, that we've been able to connect all around the world. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first started exploring personal development, exploring the world of entrepreneurship, I was the only person in my friendship group who was interested in that. And I felt so alone. And thanks to the internet, thanks to these amazing, you know, tools that we have, we can connect all together, and you do not have to feel alone. How exciting is that? Okay, so hi everybody. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. Ah, yes, wouldn't it be lovely? So let's just get cracking because we've got a lot to take care of. We've got a lot to get through. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to be recapping the money manifesting formula. We're going to be troubleshooting some things that might have been challenging for you. We'll be celebrating what you have learned, some extra little money mindset secrets, and some of the blocks that might have come up for you around this challenge, so you can have an incredible 2023. I love talking about manifesting, but what I really love talking about most of all is overcoming money mindset issues and overcoming money blocks. And as we'll talk about, it is an ongoing process that all of us need to work through, but particularly if you want to be an entrepreneur, particularly if you want to do something different in your life, you have to learn to embrace money as a tool and not be scared of it, and allow money to flow to you easily. So that's really my true passion in life, is helping you overcome money blocks. My tagline for my business is make money, change the world. Make money, change the world. That's what we're all here to do, and it really can be easy. All right, so Ashley's saying, I spent the weekend decluttering. It's been really good. It feels really good opening up for abundance. Yes, doesn't that feel awesome? Okay, and so you're in the right place if you want to make more money this year, you want to do something different, you need that extra support and confidence around money, or if you're feeling really frustrated or overwhelmed or burnt out with the idea of making money. You have probably heard me say this a million times if you've been following me, but money itself doesn't cure money blocks. This is an ongoing thing. I have to work on my money mindset all the time, and I teach this stuff. So it doesn't matter where you are. Don't feel bad if you're experiencing some money blocks right now. It's really normal, but you do not have to do it by yourself, and you can't do it by yourself actually. That makes it really hard. So stick around for some manifesting inspiration, some troubleshooting and Q&A, a special offer to work with me, and also a prize draw for an amazing final prize as well. Okay, so if you don't know me, maybe this is the first thing you've come to for the challenge. So just really quickly, this isn't going to go on forever. My name is Denise Duffield-Thomas. You might know me from my Money Bootcamp. You might be a member of my Money Bootcamp, or you might have heard about it from a friend, or you might have bought one of my books before. So my books are Lucky Bitch, Get Rich Lucky Bitch, Chillpreneur, which got republished as Chill and Prosper. And I would love to hear how you first found out about me. What is really fun is that when I hear people who are like, my best friend gave me your book, or my friend told me that I had to read it, or my business coach told me that I had to read your book, that makes me feel so happy. I just want to be of service and help people. So yeah, someone say it makes total sense about that it's an ongoing process. Yeah, definitely take away that I need to layer these things in. Yeah, so I would love to hear which of my books that you have read or loved, and how you found out about me. What you'll find too is, like, I love hearing that people are already successful and still need to work on their money stuff, or they've read my books and it's helped them go to the next level. Or if you're brand new in business, brand new in personal development, and it might have even been the first book that you read. And some people will say, oh my God, I didn't want to read the bitch book, but I did, and you know, I enjoyed it. So that's me in a nutshell. But who am I really? I am a lazy introvert. People do not believe me that I'm an introvert, but I'm a massive introvert. I'm a Virgo, so I'm a perfectionist. I have ADHD, I'm diagnosed with ADHD. I'm a massive procrastinator. I'm a mum of 3 kids and 2 dogs, so my life is definitely not perfect. And even though I have 3 published books with Hay House, I still feel like a fraud. I still feel scared. I still feel like I have to work on my money blocks all the time. So there's definitely nothing here where I'm like, I'm the guru and I'm perfect and you should listen to me. It's more to let you know that you can make money and be imperfect. You can make money and be a mom. You can make money and be a hot mess. Money's got nothing to do with perfection. It really, really doesn't. And there's my family. So I've got 3 lovely kids. In this photo shoot, everyone chucked a tantrum. Everyone was hating life. And I ended up using most of the photo shoot to take photos with me and my dogs. Because they were being shits. Anyway, why listen to me? I've been teaching this stuff for 12 years now, money mindset work, full time. I love what I do. I'm always finding new nuances. We've had 8,500 people through my money boot camp, which means that there's nothing that I haven't seen by now when it comes to money mindset issues, but I'm always finding new nuances to this conversation. And personally, I've made over $25 million online, which, you know, that's one of those things that sounds like a massive brag, but just to let you know that, you know, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to online business, online marketing, and also helping a lot of people through money mindset issues. And as I said, I've still got money mindset issues as well. All right, so that's the official part. Now I want to hear some celebrations. How was the money mindset challenge for you? So it doesn't matter if you did none of the challenge, by the way, because we'll do a quick recap. I'm always someone who struggles with doing homework. I was never organized at university, had never done the reading. And so sometimes when people come to this final webinar, they think, oh my God, there's going to be a test. Denise is going to quiz me and I'm not going to know the answers. So don't stress if you have not watched a single thing, but you might be someone who did watch everything. And sometimes the celebrations can be big or small. You might have manifested a ton of money during the challenge. You might have not manifested money, but you've had a breakthrough around something, especially around receiving or asking for what you want. So I would love to hear how the challenge has been for you. Well, I love this. Alejandra, I found $1 on my front porch today. Just like that. Isn't that so much fun? Okay. Oh, I love this aha. I don't like accepting things from people. I would rather be the giver. That changed this week and I loved the feeling. And you know what? That can be absolutely life-changing. One little nuance like that can make such a difference to the rest of your life. So don't discount those small wins, because from little things, big things grow. So I think that's such a great one. I can't stop decluttering, clearing out the old to make the new. I found £1, then interviewed for birth in Dubai, then got tax refund. Love it. I won a new consulting client during the challenge. I love it. my office is so much cleaner. I feel happy. Love it. Helped me get back on track. Yep. And this one's okay too. Felt good to declutter and be specific. Being a bit disappointed because I haven't manifested my goal during the challenge feels defeating. And that's okay. I still want you to celebrate because all of these things compound on top of each other. And it will make a difference if you keep on going. And there's something that we say in Money Bootcamp about this concept of staying in the room. When I went to my first hot yoga class, I found it so uncomfortable. I didn't like the feeling of being in discomfort. And the teacher said, you don't have to do the exercises. You don't have to do anything. Just stay in the room. And so many of our members, some people get wins straight away. Others stay in the room for a little bit and those lessons compound on top of each other. But you're on the journey. That's the important thing. You're not staying stagnant, you're on the journey. So those of you who felt a little bit disappointed that you saw other people making these big wins, give yourself permission to be on the journey. That's so much a part of it is love and compassion for yourself. That's a really big, big lesson. Okay, I love this. I wanted to manifest 5,000 and I did, but in superannuation. Aha, be more specific about money that's free and clear and available to use whenever I want. Yes, that's part of the troubleshooting, right? Is to go, oh, I wasn't specific enough. And you can still be grateful and it doesn't mean that you're being ungrateful. And you can have both and. You can go, oh, just because I did that, it also means that I can do this. And that's okay too. That's a really big lesson as well. Okay. All right. Oh, I got a new home and a new job. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is a great aha too. Aoife, I realized this weekend how much abundance I pushed away from those closest to me. This weekend, I awkwardly said, thank you. I received that more than once. That is really cool. That was our big lesson from step number 5, learning to receive, saying, thank you, universe, more of this, please. And it's a practice, right? As Aoife found out, feels awkward the first time and then it just gets easier and easier and easier. And it's the same with anything with money. Things that scare you today won't scare you tomorrow. Things that feel awkward to say today will just flow like butter tomorrow. And it's practice and it's acclimatization. Okay, oh, I love this. Got the courage to ask for money owed and I got it. I love it. I'm learning more love and compassion for me and I know the universe is looking out for me. So if you take nothing away from this challenge, if we never work together again, my big lesson is love and compassion. Self-love and compassion will change everything for you. It will change your good fortune. It will change your income. It will change everything. And that really is the secret. That's the secret. Love and compassion for yourself. And of course, there are nuances around that, but that's where it starts from. That's the seed that changes everything. So thank you for playing along with the challenge. As I said on every call, everyone was just so much fun and was so well behaved. And even my team said that too. It was the best group that we've ever had. And I know we had lots of return people too. So I'm thrilled about that. Okay, so, here's some more challenge wins too. A completely unexpected sign-on bonus of $4,000. Was a bit skeptical about my challenge money goal. Put it on paper, got an extra shift for my main job on my way. I just got an offer out of the blue. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes our skeptical mind goes, well, that was happening anyway. That was happening anyway, or that was in the process anyway, or I did something to do that. So is it really manifesting? And my philosophy on manifesting, remember, is it's very practical and it's about making things real in the real world. And sometimes we have to meet our dreams halfway. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in that slipstream of success, or we have to reverse engineer the way our brains work, like using our reticular activating system to reverse engineer those goals and make ourselves believe that we can have it, so then we're more likely to take action. So it's totally okay to be skeptical about things like the law of attraction, but there's something undeniable about intention and how sometimes it does create some big miracles. Just does. Okay, so more challenge wins. I love that. So far, 8,000 for the month. My goal was 1K for the challenge. I'm up to 935. I love this. It's so much fun to see just that momentum, but also how much fun is it just being in that space of other people being energized about money? That's what I find really fun about the challenge. It's just people being energized about money. I find that really, really motivating. It just becomes like catching almost. So we've got lots of other little wins here that I just want to celebrate as well. I love this. I found $178.65 in the jacket that I was decluttering. It's really fun. Now, what's really fun too is if you know anything about the money archetypes, often the accumulator personality is like, I'm not going to find anything. You know, who are these people finding money that they didn't know about? But there's just something again there about being open to abundance. You open your eyes and you see there's things that are just waiting there for you, or being just open to surprises. I remember one time I started this affirmation of checks are in the post. There's checks in the post. Because I realized that every time I went out to the post box, it was like a negative anchor for me. I'd be like, oh my God, there's going to be a bill in there. Oh my God, it's going to be so stressful. What bill's in there today? And I decided to use going to the post box as a positive anchor that there would be good news. Checks are in the post, checks are in the post. And you know what? I got checks in the post all the time. It was amazing how that happened. So yeah, be open to it. I don't know what that one is. Oh, okay, cool. And spoiler alert too, I just want to say I do have an offer today at the end of the webinar. I don't want this to just be, you know, a surprise out of the blue that you're like, oh my God, she's selling something. I like to be really upfront about this. At the start of the year, I always do a package deal of my 3 best courses, and I'll tell you more about that later on. If you're one of those people who just love to go and find out what it is, you can go to denisedt.com/package. I know a lot of people wait for January to be able to come and join Money Bootcamp, but we also package up sacred money archetypes and things like that too. So if you do want to continue the support and motivation, and you can't stay around to the end of the webinar, that's the link. We'll give you lots of reminders, but there is a really cool offer on the webinar today too. So by the way, if anyone does sales webinars, for me, it's such a relief to say it up front, because then I don't have to feel like, and now, I'm just like, oh, no, I'm totally going to ask you guys to come and join and continue the party with me. Okay, cool. So let's do our manifesting formula recap, okay? And I want to hear about what was the hard ones and what were the easy ones for you to do in the formula, because often we're missing a puzzle piece, okay? So step number 1 was decluttering, making space for abundance, and you can do this physically, emotionally. You can do digital decluttering, you can do forgiveness work, you can do love and acceptance of your body, you can physically, you know, declutter a drawer, you can cut cords with people, you can end entanglements, you can set boundaries. There's so many different ways that you can declutter, but it really is about making space for abundance. Step number 2 was about becoming clearer in your goals, making sure that you're asking for the right things, that you are actually setting out an intention of what you want, and you're being specific. And remember, there was a big challenge there about how you're not allowed to ask, you're not allowed to have preferences, you have to be grateful for what you're given. You can't tell anyone your wish or it won't come true. All of these things that we've been told, which by the way happened on the weekend. One of Willow's friends came over. It was her birthday. And we said, what's your wish? And her dad said, oh no, you can't tell anyone or it won't come true. And we went, no, in our family, we're allowed to talk about our goals. And he was like, oh, okay. But there's something there about how it's so hard to ask for what we want. And then we get vague things in return. So that was step number 2. Step number 3 was about positive anchors, little reminders in your day that layer in and remind you about your goal. And remember, we looked at it from all the different senses. Wasn't that fun? Going, what does your goal look like, smell like, sound like, feel like, taste like? I find that a really fun step. That helps you be motivated. It helps you believe that your goal is possible. Step number 4 was about inspired action. I had so many of you tag me in your inspired action, which was inspiring for me, super inspiring to see all your different offers and and how differently everyone did it too. Sometimes you're a little bit shy with it. Sometimes it was very, very specific about, public accountability, doing something that's kind of big. And then step number 5 was about receiving, saying thank you, taking up opportunities, saying thank you, I received that. Some of you had to practice taking a compliment. Some of you had to practice letting someone else treat you, or actually set up some channels to be able to receive money. So what is the hardest one for you? Okay. Let's have a look. Yes, the videos will be up for a little bit longer. Okay, sorry. Step 5 is a game changer for me. Yes, I honestly find that there usually is one of these steps that is the game changer for each one of us, and it could be different for everybody, because sometimes it's just realizing, oh, I'm allowed to do this. So that's really cool. Receive was the hardest for me. I never realized I was so anti-acceptance until this challenge, trying to be conscious and welcome it in. Yes. Okay, I think it seems like a lot of people have a hard time taking inspired action. Is it because we're fearful? Yes, but it's also that I think step number 5 is when your imposter syndrome might come up. Because if I said, okay, your inspired action is to go to an open house, it starts to bring up all your money blocks. You go, but I don't have the money. People are going to think I'm a fraud. Or if I said, make an announcement about your book, people are like, but I'm not allowed to write a book. I'm a fraud. Like, who's going to believe me? So step number 5, I think for most people, brings up your money blocks because it's skin in the game. It's pedal to the metal. That's where it's scary for people. And I think that's also such a powerful step if you can just take a baby step forward, just a little baby step, and give yourself permission to choose yourself, right? To choose yourself. Okay. All right, who else is the... Let me have a look. Inspired action instead of just action. Yes, it's inspirational, right? I always think inspired action is making a ripple in time and space, like changing something in the fabric of the universe, not just keeping things to yourself. Yes, okay, so anchors was the most fun. Receiving is the hardest. I'm hyper independent and it feels like charity. I totally get what you're saying there, Lorna. And in fact, when someone does something nice for me, sometimes it feels really awkward because then I'm like, what can I give them to even this out, to make it equal? So I agree with that. I bounce around between not making great goals and receiving. Yes, okay, yeah. We did that one. Oh, I found decluttering the easiest and inspired action the hardest. Yes, receiving, that's a big one. Inspired action, though, I did reach out to someone how I might partner with you. I love this, decluttered absolutely everything, took everything off the walls and started from scratch. Yes, step 2 in as far as working on releasing my money fears and the idea that you should be grateful for what you have. Yes, okay, so let's talk about some of those fears because this challenge might have really brought up some stuff for you, and that's kind of the point, right? So who manifested stuff and not money? This is really common when people start to learn about, like the law of attraction or starting to put these things into place, is that you start to become luckier. And this is exactly what happened to me. In my first year of really putting myself forward for my dreams, I won a scholarship to a life coaching course. I won a door prize that was a publishing course. I started winning money at bingo. I got a bank error in my favor of £5,000 just before my university tuition was due, that I had to pay back. But anyway, all these things happened, and then I won my 6-month all expenses paid travel around the world. And that came from, I went on honeymoon, and I was like, universe, more of this, please. I anchored it in, more of this, please. I came home, put a post-it on my wall saying, I want to go traveling for 6 months, £3,000 a month, because because I thought someone could pay me to blog or something. And, you know, I did all of the things that I told you about, all of the anchors, and I won this 6-month all expenses paid trip. At the end of that trip though, I realized that I had no money, that I was winning all of these things. And it was almost like being a spoiled not a spoiled child, but a child who couldn't be trusted with money, who kind of just got everything that they wanted. And it was great, but I realized that I wanted actual money. I wanted to be able to choose and buy my own thing. So it's totally cool if during this challenge you started manifesting things. Still great to be grateful for it, but wouldn't it be cool to be able to manifest actual money too? Because money is the best manifesting tool there is. Money is a manifesting tool. Money is a tool to create your dreams and to make your dreams real. So you don't have to always win things. You don't have to win the lottery. You can just make money, right? You can make money in your business. And there's so much opportunity out there for you to do that. But often our money blocks are in the way, okay? And we get scared. We get scared about asking for money. We get scared about talking about money. We think, who am I to do this? Or there's underlying stuff where we think, I can't be trusted with money. So it's really, really normal, okay, to be given, you know, things from the universe, but not actual cash. Super common. Okay, so the secrets of manifesting actual money, all right, is we have to excavate money beliefs. We have to look at those things that tell us it's not safe for me to have money. I can't be trusted with money, or money is just not for me, okay? Then we acclimatize to more money and success. And the way we do this, the way we talk about it in Money Bootcamp, is that we do it incrementally. We acclimatize to feeling good, feeling abundant. And we surround ourselves with other people who are in the conversation about money. So we make it a normal thing just to talk about money, ask for money, spend money, give money away, and use money as a tool. And it doesn't matter where you are at with this conversation. You might have been terrible with money your whole life. You might be terrified of money. But you still can learn to use money as a tool for good with just ease and grace, absolute ease and grace. So yeah, I love this. Claire saying, winning stuff is cool, but I feel like I want to be more in control of what I get. And to be able to choose as well, to be able to choose the exact thing that you want, not just win things that you have to accept. It's just another layer of it. So there's nothing wrong. As I said, there's always new layers, there's always new things to uncover around your money mindset. But this really is the secret to manifesting money, not just being a lucky bitch, right? Is you have to excavate those money beliefs. And it's an ongoing process. And acclimatize yourself to those new conversations. All right, so you have to deal with the fears and the beliefs, dealing with other people's negative money mindset too. That's a really big thing that we have to talk about. And how do you sustain the good feelings when bad things happen? And you might make a lot of money. Life is still going to happen. You know, so people often say to me, I want to be wealthy so I never have to think about money again. And it just doesn't work like that. You know, you can be trusted to take care of and be a good steward of lots of money. And you can look at it and think about it and, you know, take care of it and all of those things. You don't have to get to a place where you never have to think about money. You're more than capable of that. So we have to deal with those fears. It's not going to work for me. I have to deal with other people's money mindset stuff. And you have to be okay that you can sustain these good feelings and you can just be normal and have money. Okay, it's not going to change who you are. All right, so let's dig a little deeper on this, okay? Because people say to me, I want to make lots of money. I want to make more money. But let's get honest about it, okay? I want to make more money, but I'm feeling what? Okay, so for some people, I'm feeling conflicted about money. I don't know if it would make me a bad person to be able to want more money. I feel guilty because there are people in the world who don't have money, or I feel bad that my family members are stuck in a job that they don't like, or I want to make more money, but I'm afraid of the responsibility. Now, I know that you guys are a very self-aware group. I've noticed this a lot over the last week. So let's be honest. There's no point putting a Band-Aid on it and going, I want to be rich. I feel rich. Every single month I do this. I go, what am I scared about going to the next level? For every single launch, I go, what am I scared about? What am I feeling about making this next lot of money? Every single month. Because that's what it takes, right? That honesty with yourself. Doesn't mean you're going to manifest it just because you're talking about it. It just means that you can uncover it. Okay, so what do you feel? I want to make more money, but I'm feeling what? Oh, I love this. I can't believe how much my money beliefs have changed since coming across DDT. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Okay. Yes, becoming aware that I can't allow money to come in. Yes, and go, and why? There's so many multiple layers around this, right? Of guilt or shame or worried about taxes or what it's going to, what success is going to bring for you. There's lots of things. You might feel guilty when other people are struggling. I'm seeing this come up. Feel like it's easier for others and harder for me. I don't want to work more. I'm going to have to be really busy. If you've got kids, you might think it's going to make me a bad parent, or I'm going to burn out. Like it should be easier. Thanks, Zach. Good to see you here. I don't feel worthy of financial freedom. Money's for other people. If I earn more bills come in. I call this more money, more problems, right? There's like 3 big money blocks. Is I have to work really hard to make money. I can help people or make money, but not both. And more money, more problems. They're the 3 big money blocks that we always work on. More responsibility. I'll be abandoned. My partner won't want to take care of me anymore. I'll have to sacrifice. By the way, too, this feeling of having to sacrifice, I think that's why decluttering is such a good first step, because then it feels like you're making like a little sacrifice to the gods. And it doesn't have to be big, but it's like, I'm sacrificing all this paper for you, or I'm sacrificing these commitments for you. That can feel like your little sacrifice. Okay, it will highlight the bad parts of my personality. Yeah, you might think that you'll just become like this horrible person. My worth will corrupt my life. Money will corrupt my life. People will be disappointed in me. Yes, okay, so that's really good. I struggle with my privilege, and then there'll be even more. Am I deserving? See, I'm just seeing how self-aware this group is, which I love, because, that's what it takes, right? Is to have that self-awareness. I don't feel worthy. Okay, these are all great. So, and what scares you the most about making money? Similar thing. Okay, so here's the thing, right? We look at money blocks as this iceberg thing. The tip of the iceberg is resistance, procrastination, or things like it's the economy, or it's not the right time, or Mercury's in retrograde. But if you really dug below the surface, then you're like, oh, but I've got negative people around me. I don't trust myself. I've got all these fears about what more money would bring. You might have old family stories about your Uncle Bob who lost all his money. You might really worry about not being liked if you had more money. That's a big one for me. Every single time I go to a new level in my business, I have to work on this fear that nobody's going to like me. I won't be down to earth. I won't be relatable. People won't like me. They'll be mean to me. Or you might have had bad experiences with money before. So the surface problem is never the real problem. It's always the fear below the surface that we have to look at. So I love those affirmations. It's safe for me too. I find them incredibly healing. So already, just from one of those fears that you have said in the comments or felt already, write in your own affirmation for this. So it could be, it's safe for me to make more money than other people. It's safe for me to make a lot of money without guilt. It's safe for me to make money doing something I love. It's safe for me to make money being who I am. It's safe for me to make money without sacrifice. It's safe for me to it's safe for me to make money. Just simple, right? Simple, simple, simple. So yeah, someone's saying entrenched family stories. I'll be really busy. It will obligate my time. People will judge me. I'll never make money. People will see that I'm a fraud. All of those things. Yep, they're really good. So what would be your, it's safe for me? It's safe for me to make money doing something I love. It's safe for me to make money without sacrifice. And honestly, it could just be it's safe for me to make money. That could be a really, really great start. It's safe for me to be financially abundant and feel secure. It's safe for me to have more money than other people without feeling guilt. It's safe for me to make the most money in a company I own. It's safe for me to make a lot of money and still be connected to the life and causes that are important to me. Absolutely. It could be it's safe for me to be rich and generous. It's safe for me to be a wealthy philanthropist. You know, I learned that word philanthropist at a really young age from watching Oprah. And that was always a big thing for me, is I want to be a philanthropist. I used to write it in my journal because it just felt so fancy to be someone who was so wealthy that you can just give money away to causes. It's safe for me to succeed when other people aren't. Yes, that's a big one. It's safe for me to make and receive a lot of money. I am abundant. It's safe for me to trust my ability to manage more money. That's a really good one too. Yes. It's safe for me to prosper free and clear. It's safe for me to charge people what I'm worth for the services I provide. It's safe for me to get the money I've always dreamed about. And you could take this one layer deeper, right? It's safe for me to live in an abundant neighborhood. It's safe for me to help people and make money. There's so many different ways that you can use that affirmation, which I love it all the time. Okay, so let's pivot a little bit to other people. That was one of the challenges that I said a couple of slides ago, but it's also one of the big challenges that I hear a lot. People say, I really, really want to make more money, but my partner's really negative. Or my parents don't believe in what I do. Or my best friend's really negative. Or I'm surrounded by negative people. Or whatever it is, right? So I want to make more money, but someone's holding me back. If you want to, type that person's name in there. And it could be just the first person that comes up. It could be that you feel so guilty about making money because your sister is supposed to succeed before you because she's older than you, or your brother is, or that you can't make more money because then that would make your dad feel bad because he couldn't do what he wanted to do, something like that. So, sorry, I just need to get some, this is my secret weapon when I'm talking a lot. I want to make more money, but something's holding me back, or someone is holding me back. Okay, so sometimes it could even just be yourself, right? It could be that I just know I'm holding myself back. It could be your clients. It could be your community. It could be your mastermind. It could be your mentor. Sometimes that happens, that your mentor is keeping you small. They don't mean to, although sometimes they do, but they're like just their money blocks are keeping you small. And I see this sometimes with industries that have really entrenched money blocks, that they're like, they almost set the prices, they set how people should do business, and they try and keep everyone small. So you don't have to write their name down, but I want you to think about who that could be. So partner is a big one. My partner rejects my ideas for building the business as he fears spending money. Yes, that's very much an accumulator personality. Yep. Who else? Like, is it just, you think your background, you know, like the way you grew up, or that you think, what will my friends from home think? You know, they'll think that I'm too big for my boots, or that they'll think that, you know, I'm too fancy now. Just judgment from your industry. You know, there could be a lot of different things. Okay, so my clients hold me back. I don't want to charge more money in case I can't get clients. My self-confidence, my husband, beliefs about Centrelink holding me back, authority issues, absolutely. There's some massive healing. Anyone who's been on welfare has to do massive healing around that because it's just so, it can be a real traumatic experience. Yeah, I don't believe I'm capable of making more money or holding more money. Yep, I'm not good enough. So it's, yeah, I'm afraid I'll price myself out of my clients. My clients hold me back. They guilt me on rates, because I'm in the public sector. My situation is holding me back. It could be that your ex-partner, or you're worried about losing benefits or something like that. And these fears are very, very valid. They really are. And again, let's go one layer down on this. Often we're scared to do something different because we're worried that we'll be lonely, we'll be left out. I remember someone said to me, I can't be rich. Who am I going to be friends with? Like, I'll have no friends. Who am I going to hang out with? I won't be relatable. I won't be down to earth. I'll upset my partner. I'll upset the status quo. I will upset the power dynamic in my family, in my industry, in my network, in my communities. And you might have this fear that you cannot earn more than certain people in your life. And that will change. You'll always hit a new plateau, and usually it's related to a different person. So I got stuck at like 120. That was my uncle's salary. And, I'd been stuck at different points. Sometimes, you don't want to overcome someone else's salary, or you feel like, you can't earn more than your mentor or something like that, because it comes down to this fear of I'll be lonely. I won't have any friends. I'll get kicked out of my community. And it really comes down to this really primal fear that we have that we'll be kicked out of our tribe. That is the primal fear, because if you were different, if you didn't go along with anyone else, if you challenged the authority, then that was your survival. And we have a lot of fears in what being different means. And it's like our brains haven't really caught up with the fact that we can have this global business. It doesn't matter who's in your town. You can have clients all around the world, but it still feels like, oh my God, I'm going to get kicked out of my community and I'll have no friends, and I'll have no clients, or it's just a very primal fear. So if we were to look at, it's safe for me to. Okay, so it's safe for me to earn more than others. It's safe for me to be different. It's safe for me to be the richest person I know. Could be something like that. It's safe for me to be wealthy and liked. It's safe for me to be rich and have a lot of friends. It's safe for me to, whatever it is for you. You have to give yourself permission to be wealthy and to be okay. Okay, for it just to be totally fine. Yes. So if I have any extra money, I spend it. I can't hold on to it because it's not safe. That's why. Yes, it's safe for me to receive money for helping people. That's a really big one. It's safe for me to have more than I need. Now, this is a really interesting one, this affirmation. It's safe for me to have more than I need. If it's not safe, that's when people really struggle to save money, to have a savings account, to have a buffer, because we were told, eat everything on your plate, because there are starving children in the world. You're not allowed to have more than you need. And so that's why that one's such a big game changer. It's safe for me to have more than I need. I love that one. It's safe for me to be an outstanding success, financially, spiritually, emotionally, in anything I put my energy to. Yes. Yes, light bulb, absolute fear of isolation. Yes, it doesn't feel safe for us to do that. Yeah, it's safe for me to be the wealthiest person I know. Deep down, I don't feel good enough to make my business work, and no one will buy for me. It's safe for me to be priced above other photographers in my area. See, that's another thing too around pricing, that it feels like we'll be lonely or ostracized from our community and, talked about, all of those things. So it just doesn't feel safe for us, and that's cool. That's what we've got to work on and acclimatize to. All right, so anyone in that feast or famine roller coaster where you make money, you lose money, you make money, you lose money, you make money, you lose money. And actually that could be a family pattern that you're very comfortable with, that maybe that's how your family was. You had lots of money and then you didn't. I see this in the entrepreneurial world as well. People have a really great launch and then they stop marketing. And it's just this feast or famine thing. Some people feel like this is a very, very maverick thing too. They love, or alchemists as well, they love that adrenaline rush of getting close to the edge. How far can I push this? And then they love pulling it, pulling out a miracle kind of thing. And it gets to a point where you go, it is safe for me to have more than I need. It is safe for me to have money flowing in. all the time. It is safe for me to have a buffer. It is safe for me to easily pay all my bills without stress. And it takes letting go sometimes of your identity, of being the person who can pull it out of your butt, or the person who can live on nothing, instead of just going, wow, what if I can just be abundant and safe and money can flow easily? Then you can have fun on top of that, if that makes sense. So who else is that feast or famine roller coaster? Yep, I make money and then something falls apart. I can't stay with a job. It's safe for me to build wealth, spend and save some of it. It's exactly what my family was like. My parents had a great business. They were wealthy and then scraping by. So it can be very comfortable, it's not like you're making it happen, but it can just be very comfortable, and you might not know any other way than that roller coaster of emotions. Could be, as I said, part of your identity, or just something that you just don't know how you would even get out of that. Okay, so let's again look at that resistance thing. So you might go, well, yes, I had great success, but it was a fluke. Or I'm going to burn out if I grow too quickly, or I'll get haters, or I can't be too visible. So then you go, oh, I'm going to go get myself out there, and then you just hide away. Has anyone done that? You have a good launch and then you just pull everything. You go, no, it's not safe for me to do it. You might have fears around paying more taxes. So you get close to a tax bracket and then you go, no, I can't do it. You get close to registering your business for GST or VAT, and then you go, no, and you kill it. Or you just worry that, something bad's going to happen. So you pull it. And I've seen people do this so many times where they literally have a really big success and then they sabotage it to get that roller coaster again. They sabotage it themselves. They pull the plug. They stop the launch before it gets to the end. Or they make a lot of money and then they push it away. They make the money and then they go, no, it's not safe. And then it all just happens. Okay, so I go from being a lot of money to being in debt. It's exhausting. Yes. Yeah, that's big. And it's totally okay to get to a point where you still have this, but it's just a little bit more stable. And then you might think, oh, that's not exciting, that's not fun. But you can create fun. Money can create fun. You don't have to create that adrenaline rush. Sometimes people have a belief too that the muse or the creativity will leave them if they're too successful. Has anyone had that? Where you go, but if I was successful and comfortable, where's my resilience? Where's my creativity? Because you feel like it has to come from adversity. There's a lot of stuff there. Okay, I self-sabotage so I don't have to watch myself work hard and fail. I'd rather fail from something I choose to do. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah. I signed a high-ticket client, then had to pay most of it in taxes. Afraid of being visible, fears around burnout, the bad parent thing. Yep, I feel bad for working on my business. Yep, that's really big. Okay, cool. So, did anyone on the challenge manifest unexpected bills? And this is really fun, right? Because sometimes people join Money Bootcamp and they go, what the fuck, Denise? All these bills came up. I thought this was supposed to be a money manifesting challenge. Why am I manifesting bills? So this is very common sometimes when you're stirring up stuff, okay? All of these beliefs are lurking underneath. They're lurking there and you are stirring them up. And you might think, well, this is a great fucking reward, isn't it? Sorry if there's any kids there. It's like, when you start a new skincare regime and you're like, all right, I'm going to be so good now. I'm going to take my makeup off every day. I'm going to try this new stuff. And then you get all these spots. And it feels like, what the heck? This is my reward? But it's the worse before better syndrome, right? It's like all that gunk is under the surface. So as long as you can keep going past that initial bumpy phase, you're gonna be golden, right? But this is what happens sometimes when you start to do this manifesting stuff, is that you notice things, and sometimes it's almost like the universe helping you, right? Because it's it could be a bigger problem down the track. or you just have to pay attention. It's telling you to pay more attention to your money. So yeah, I went a bit backwards. Yes, some of my bills came in. Sometimes people will say to me, I got an unexpected tax bill. And this is part of the lesson. Tax bills should never be unexpected. When you become friends with your money, when you give yourself permission to look at it and take care of it and, manifest more and be okay with having larger sums of money, you won't miss those things. So that's why I put unexpected in inverted commas, because sometimes it's not unexpected. It's a symptom of us not paying attention to our money, or not paying attention to, things that are happening, or it's like an enforced upgrade. Have you noticed that sometimes you're like, oh, I just want a new car, and then your car breaks down? It's like the universe giving you like an enforced upgrade. Sometimes it's because you haven't been treating yourself, or you haven't been looking after yourself, that things will happen. Because you haven't been going to the dentist regularly, then you have this big dental bill. So sometimes it's those kind of things where it's like, it's a maintenance issue, it's universe doing an enforced upgrade, and sometimes it's just like a shit happens thing. Just because I make heaps of money doesn't mean that sometimes my car tires don't pop. It just means I have the money to fix it. It's a little blip in my day. And this is where we want to get you to, that you don't make any meaning out of some of those things. You just go, oh, lucky we're rich. Lucky we're rich. Or thank you, universe, for bringing that to my attention. Thank you for telling me to slow down, and that's why I got these speeding fines. So yeah, there's absolutely, Natalie saying there's a lesson with every setback. Absolutely. Yep, I need to pay more attention to my money. Yes. Anyone who has ADHD like me, we have the ADHD tax. We forget to return things. We sometimes make impulsive decisions. We sign up for things and forget to cancel them. All of those things. And this is a great opportunity sometimes for you just to get cleaner with your money, to declutter things, to give yourself permission that you're never going to be perfect with money. But it's okay. It's safe for you to handle more. So that was really common if stuff like that happened to you on the challenge. So don't stress about that, and don't make it mean anything bigger than it is. It's just like, oh, okay, I can pay more attention to this, and you can trust me with more money, kind of thing. Yeah, and also too, if you are manifesting money and then something comes to take it out, I think that sometimes is a sign that you don't feel like you can trust yourself with extra money. So there's some, work to do around that. And sometimes shit just happens. You haven't manifested it. It's just life, right? Okay, so it could be, it's safe for me to handle more money. It's safe for me to deal with life. It's safe for me to use money as a tool. It's safe for me to upgrade things, or it's safe for me to have insurance, or it's safe for me to have a buffer to deal with these things. It could be something like that, because things break down, life happens. Doesn't mean that you're not meant to be successful, doesn't mean anything, but money as a tool really helps with that stuff. It really does. So if you can make friends with money and have more than you need, then those things just don't make a difference at all. Okay, so you can trust me with more money, universe. Yes, Jess, I love that. It's safe for me to manifest millions. Yeah, I realize no amount will make me feel safe, happy, fulfilled. Yes, exactly. It has to come from inside you. It's safe for me to handle more money. Yes, this is why I buy insurance. Exactly. There's big lessons to that, right? Is that as you make more money, you realize that sometimes there are just things that you can have insurance. You can have a buffer. You can pay people to help you with things. And it's not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, it's safe for me to enjoy and receive more money. I can manage it well. And doesn't mean you'll be perfect with it. I make mistakes all the time. Yep, it's safe. It's safe for me to handle more money. Yes, exactly, yep. Being friends with money, just being ease. Okay, so we probably opened a bit of a can of worms on this. You might have realized that you have a lot of money stuff to deal with, a lot of underlying money issues to deal with. Please don't blame yourself. Please don't feel discouraged by that. This is the game. This is the game of making money. This is the game of business, is that we constantly look at our blocks, what's holding us back, and give ourselves permission to do something different and to shift and change those things. So it's totally okay if I stirred it all up a little bit for you. don't let that be a sign that you're not meant to do money mindset work, or that money mindset work is scary. It's not. It can be really fun. And we can come at it from a place of curiosity and self-compassion and self-awareness, which I know that you all have, of going, oh, that's why I do that. Ah, that makes total sense. So yeah, it's totally cool for it to open a can of worms. And you know, money mindset isn't just this like airy-fairy thing, but it's like your thoughts and beliefs about money are your daily habits and rituals. So when you think a certain thing about money, that is going to translate into the real world. That is going to translate into your inspired actions, and then that's your reality, right? It's not magic, it's just a compounding effect. But it's the same on the other side. If you have all of these unacknowledged thoughts and feelings about money, I don't deserve it, I can't be trusted with more money, money is going to do bad things for me, that is going to also form your daily habits and rituals, procrastination and fear, and then that becomes your reality too. So it's not one of those things of, gaslighting people and saying, just think positive thoughts. It just has a compounding effect. And you know for yourself, when everything's flowing, you feel more inclined to take action. And then that becomes your result. It's not magic. So who's had a big aha about their money mindset already on this call? Something that you didn't realize, or something that you realize is a bigger issue than you thought. And also, hopefully, I'm always about making sure that you realize that money mindset issues are just normal and just part of the game. I really want to emphasize that, because more money is not going to cure your money blocks. A lottery win is not going to cure your money blocks. Having a massive big launch isn't going to magically make you feel great about money every day. And it is an ongoing thing. So sometimes I get people who are like ashamed at every level, right? They're like, I should know this by now. You might even teach personal development and mindset to other people, but you still have to work on your own stuff. And that's why, even though I teach it, even though I'm in that conversation, every day with Money Bootcamp, I still need to work on it with somebody else to hold space for me, because teaching it and receiving it are different things. So I didn't realize I had a problem receiving until I did the challenge. I didn't realize there's fears. I didn't realize I'm scared of having to work harder or having more on my plate. And this is good. I love the vulnerability here too. My fear around other people's thoughts and judgments, that I realize have a lot of blocks. It's the first time I feel like I can work on them. I like that. I'm realizing so much about my fears about being seen coming up. Yes. I have a habit of saying I'm broke, or saying I work just to pay bills. Yep. Biggest aha is that I'm neutral or negative about anything around me. Assigning different meanings to things is making a big difference. Okay, cool. I didn't see that last bit. I've been punishing myself for not having or allowing abundance. Yes. Yep. Money as a manifesting tool is so helpful for me, making it safe. Yes. A lot of clarity on underlying fears. Well, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that. And you know what? We talk about a different facet of money mindset every month in Money Bootcamp. And honestly, we haven't run out of things to talk about yet, because there are always new angles to look at things. And I'll give you an example. We did a whole call one time on pocket money allowance. Did you get pocket money? Did anyone steal your pocket money? Did different people get different amounts in your family or your friendship groups? What were you allowed to spend it on? That was a whole call, a whole hour call just about pocket money. Another time we talked about weddings, family stories about weddings, your own weddings, never being the bridesmaid. What is that? Never the bride, always the bridesmaid. All of these cultural little things that we have to deal with. In December, we talked about gift giving and holidays and presents and things like that, and receiving. So there's always a new angle. And I, because I'm immersed in this conversation, I'll find new angles out of anything. I'll go, oh, that's really interesting. Let's dive into that. So it's it's really, really fun to be in this conversation. I love how you guys have been very just open-minded to that conversation, because that's really what it is about. You have to have those ahas. Okay, so biggest aha is I feel undeserving and incapable. Yep, forgive and tap. I'm so ready to release these. My parents always said we were broke to keep us humble, and I adapted that. Yes, so that's the whole thing too. What are your family's sayings about money? Your unofficial mottos? What's your birth order? You know, there's so many things, and I just find it really fascinating. Not to mention different industries have different money blocks. Different countries and regions have different money blocks. We did a round table in Money Bootcamp. We did a British one and we did an Australian one. I can't remember if we did another one, but it was like, what are the values of our country? You know, and we talked about that British love of queuing, waiting your turn. How does that impact your money blocks? Next month, we're doing some industry ones too, where we get together in different industries and talk about collective money blocks there. So there's, you can see how excited and passionate I am about all these different aspects. So if your manifesting habits have slipped the last couple of years, you might even know most of this stuff we've been talking about, or if you've fallen into bad money habits, or if you've taken a big knock to your confidence, I totally get it. We really have to be vigilant, especially in times of uncertainty, especially in times of economic uncertainty. We have to really protect our money mindset, and we have to be responsible for our thoughts and feelings, but also just give ourselves permission to do something different to other people, and just to keep those vibes high. But I totally get it, and that's why it takes that vigilance. It really does. So I really want this year to be your best year ever, and it really, really can be. No matter where you're at, it takes some awareness, it takes some brain training, it takes some excavation of your money blocks, and obviously I'm here to help you. So if you want to continue this party, if you want to continue the great vibes, if you want to continue being surrounded by all these amazing people, then this is a really great time to come and join my beautiful community. And at the start of the year, I always have a really great package deal. So let me just take a quick drink of water. But yeah, 2023 can be your year. And I have seen some massive transformations in people. No matter where you're starting from, I've seen some incredible transformations. So enter me, he said in parentheses, any Hamilton fans out there, here's how I can help you. I can help you excavate your money blocks. I can help you with my ultimate money mindset package. So this is what we do at the start of the year. We pull together my 3 big courses. So Money Bootcamp, and I'll explain each of one of these in turn. Money Bootcamp, Sacred Money Archetypes, and my Practical Manifesting course. All 3 of these are brand new, all recorded last year, and they each have a part to play in this puzzle piece that is helping you have an incredible money mindset. And so remember, that's the link that I mentioned, denisedt.com/package. This is the only time that we do this, the only time that we package it up, but also the only time that we do a long payment plan. And I know that for some people, paying upfront for something, sometimes budget-wise you can't do it. This is the time to do it because you can pay it off over the whole year. But it also means that you have the whole year of support with live calls and our ongoing group, but also being able to look at your money mindset from a lot of different angles. So let me just quickly tell you what's in each one of these courses. By the way, if you are already in one of these courses, we'll send you an email with a whole separate package where you can upgrade. So please don't ask a million times in the comments, what if I'm already a Money Bootcamper? We'll send that to you, okay? So this package is for people, if you've never joined any of my courses before, this is the time to do it because it gives you the whole year. Okay, so really quickly, because Mark always makes me tell people, the package ends 9 p.m. on Friday. Okay, we only do this once a year. We don't do it any other time. But why should you join today? It's because we've got a really cool prize. So anyone who joins on the call today will win a VIP weekend retreat at my Rose Farm. And this has been such an incredible experience hosting people at my farm. It's worth $8,000, And it really is an incredible experience. You come to my beautiful farm, we spend a couple of days together as a small group, and it really just revolutionizes your life. So someone today who comes and joins the package will win that prize. And also you get some money towards your travel too, which is not on there, but you get $500 towards your travel. Okay, so just quickly some testimonials, because people often ask me, this is just true of money mindset in general. People will say, well, that's really great, but it doesn't work for my industry, or it doesn't work for my stage of business, or it doesn't work for my personality. Everyone likes to think that they are the exception to the rule. So I want to share with you some testimonials from people and some case studies, and we've got a ton on that page as well, of different industries, different stages of business, and different money mindset issues as well. So Eliza, who's a fitness coach, said, it taught me to reframe my thinking about prices. And this is so important if you've been struggling with your prices, around charging or increasing your prices. This work that we do in Money Bootcamp is so key to give you that permission to charge or to increase your prices. That's really important. We've got Sarah, who's a strategy and alignment coach. This is one about sacred money archetypes, which I'll explain a little bit more in a second, but helped me to understand my money patterns and has been great for my relationship. My husband and I are on the same wavelength now, thanks to understanding our archetypes. Now, I know a lot of people were saying in the comments that your partner's attitude around money is something that's a real challenge for you. And that's why sacred money archetypes is such a key part of the puzzle. And then we have Farhana. I no longer charge per hour thanks to Money Bootcamp. This is the thing, a lot of people come to us, they have a lot of different pricing challenges. They can't charge at all, they're undercharging, they're over-delivering, or they're doing so many different things that are sabotaging their prices. And even though we're not, Money Bootcamp is not a focused business course, it allows you, it gives you permission to get over your pricing issues and to feel calm and strong in your value that you're charging. So if that's something you struggle with, you got to do that money mindset work. And Carla, who's a brand designer, changing my mindset with Money Bootcamp increased my income, made the world of difference. When I started my business, I had the same design skills I had now, but I wasn't making any money. The only difference now is how I think. And people who come to me, I'm not taking credit for anything that they do. I'm not saying I made them a better business person, your skills are enough, your ambition's enough, all of those things. It's just often we don't have the right thinking to allow us to profit from those skills and talents. We feel guilty, we feel like we should do things for free, we don't feel like we're enough. And that's the difference that money mindset work does. Okay. So you already have everything you need to be successful. This isn't one of those things, and I never do this in any sales, of going, you're a loser, look at all these things that you're struggling with, you suck, and I am the solution. And I've seen so many people do this, of going, your life is going to be shit without me. No, you have everything you need to be successful. But as I've said a million times already on this call, the money mindset piece is an ongoing conversation. It's ongoing, because if you want to do something different, it's not going to happen by itself. It won't. You need that support, because we have a lot of money blocks, a lot of unacknowledged fears, and also this whole conversation around money might be completely new for you. You might never have seen people who have been good role models around making money or asking for money, and it's just new to you, and that's totally cool. But you already have everything you need to be successful. I can't change anything about you. I can just help you give yourself permission to make friends with money and to make more money. Oh, sorry, someone's just calling me. Decline. Okay, so what's in each one? I want to explain each one by itself, because you might have seen individual ones before and you wonder why do the package. So Money Bootcamp. You might have friends who are in Money Bootcamp. As I said, you might have clients or mentors who have told you to come and join Money Bootcamp. So this is where we excavate our money blocks. So yes, it's a course. There's 18 different lessons, different facets of money mindset. And it's all about excavating those money blocks, finding out what's holding you back. And oftentimes that comes from our backgrounds, our industry, how we grew up. And that can be very illuminating for people to even just discover where their money blocks have come from. We have daily support in that community. So we have a Facebook group, but if you don't like Facebook, we have a Kajabi portal where you can ask questions and comment below each lesson. That's totally cool too. The other thing that we have in Money Bootcamp, which is awesome, is we have monthly coaching calls. So a lot of people have said, I don't want this to end. I'm loving the support that I get from you, Denise. And this is how you can continue to have that support. So all of this year, we've already got all of our calls in for this year, and we do them at 2 different time zones. So we do them at the same time as that we started this call today, and then we do one that's evening Australia, which is morning for Europe. And you can come to one or you can come to both if you want to. There aren't very many courses that do that with the different time zones, but also the fact that we do that every single month. And by the way, Money Bootcamp is a pay once thing. It's not a membership. You don't pay past the initial fee, and then you can stay in forever. So we have people who've been there for 10 years now who come to the calls every single month, or they just watch the replays, or they're in that community soaking up that support. By the way, if you're an introvert, no problem. Some people want to just soak up the group and never post. Some people are cheerleaders for others. Some people post in there all the time. We often have people who kind of go away and come back and say, I did all the things and here's an update. It's totally up to you. But this is where you change your brain around what's possible for yourself. And I believe this is really crucial. I'm not the sort of person to toot my own horn and go, this is the best money mindset work. I know that it's helped so many people, and people will often tell me it's the best investment that they've made in themselves and their business. And I try and say that without bragging about it, and it's true that that's what people tell me all the time, that it was one of the best things that they've ever done in their business. Because you can get, you can learn about marketing, you can learn about Facebook ads, but you might sabotage them without working on that underlying stuff. So that one's the, open all year round in the group. We have those monthly calls, and that one, it's incredible. Money Bootcamp's been around for 10 years. Now, sacred money archetypes is another piece of the puzzle. You might have heard me mention accumulators, mavericks. There are 8 different money personalities, and I don't have time to go into all of them. But money archetypes is, it's a course about how to use your archetypes in your business, in your marketing, in your business model, in your branding, even how to create passive income for every archetype. Because here's a key thing that you might have missed before in business. You might have tried to do business like somebody else, but it's not your archetype. You might have tried to copy a mentor, but it's not meant for your archetype. Everything is different for every archetype. How you can sell, how you sell to other archetypes. So this one is a 6-week live course. I mean, you get access to the course, as part of the package, which you can start working through. But we do a 6-week live pop-up with a pop-up group. And that is a game changer. And I would love anyone who has done Sacred Money Archetypes, I'd love you to type in. It is an absolute game changer for your business. Not only to learn about your own archetypes, but to learn about your clients' archetypes. It's also one of my favorite courses to teach because it's so super, super, super fun. Okay, so some people are saying about product-based businesses. Yes, we actually do have a lot of product-based businesses in here. And money mindset work is crucial, even more so than online business, because you have to be so across your costs. You have to be so strong in your pricing, otherwise you can absolutely kill your business. So that is absolutely huge. Now, someone just said about real estate agents. That's actually one of the next books that I want to write too for real estate agents, because I think money mindset is such a key thing for real estate agents, right? Just as easy to sell $1 million house as it is a $10 million house. But you've got to get your mindset in the game. And actually one of my very first side hustles when I was living in London 20 years ago was teaching sales skills to real estate agents. So yes, even though the course is not about real estate, this is the sort of stuff that is so crucial, that really gives you an edge in your industry, because you understand your own fears, but also you understand your clients' fears. If you're a bookkeeper, an accountant, you know, knowing other people's money personalities and also knowing that other people have money blocks and fears is so hugely important. It really gives you the edge over other business people if you can understand and appreciate that, instead of going, you know, why would anyone be scared of money? Why would anyone be scared of calling me to talk about a mortgage? Yes, they will. So money archetypes is one of my absolute favorite things to teach in the world. And as I said, we do have that live thing, and this is included in the package. Okay, so denisedt.com/package. Do any of these courses help with your clients' money blocks? Yes. So Sacred Money Archetypes talks about both sides. So your stuff, and then talking about your ideal client or clients, and knowing even just things like what to say to those clients, what motivates them. But with Money Bootcamp, understanding your own money fears really helps you to understand others. Even though we don't cover that in that course, it really helps you to understand that and have compassion for yourself and others. So yeah, absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. But yeah, Sacred Money Archetypes is awesome. And then as a bonus in this package too, you get the Practical Manifesting course. So this is the course version of the free challenge that we've gone through. So it takes each of those steps, it goes more in depth, it has resources, visualizations, a meditation library of about, I think there's about 30 visualizations and meditations in there, and then manifesting resources and cheat sheets. So it's things like taking those 5 steps. How do you use this to manifest your dream house? How do you use this to manifest ideal clients? So that stuff, it won't be necessarily new to you if you've gone through the challenge, because we recap some of that, but it just takes it another layer deeper and gives it to you, you know, just makes it really easy for you. So there are those 3 courses. So you've got Money Bootcamp, Sacred Money Archetypes, and the Practical Manifesting course. And each one of those is a different puzzle piece to help you deal with your mindset issues. Give yourself permission to make more money and really prosper. Yeah. So go to that denisedt.com/package to be able to choose your different options. So Ultimate Money Mindset Package. Here's what you get, right? Really, in a nutshell, you get a beautiful, inspiring community. This is crucial, really crucial, especially if you're in an industry with a lot of entrenched money blocks. And there's tons of them, right? If you're in the health industry, if you're in the spiritual world, if you're, you know, like a naturopath, if you're just in an industry that has a lot of people who like hate money or are really negative about money or want everybody to be the same. An inspiring community changes your brain. It changes your belief about what's possible for yourself. And I think that is almost one of the big keys, especially for Money Bootcamp, is to be able to see people just talk about money and no big deal. Like, oh, I just made this. Oh, I just made that. I know what a difference that made for me in my first couple of years of business, because you go, well, if they can do it, maybe I can do it. And it just is a game changer. We also have some beautiful community mentors in there too, who have set up a lot of support and accountability structures so we can help you stay on track with your goals. Even like they do midweek check-ins of people going, hey, you said you were going to do this. How's it going? That's really fun. We get those live coaching calls with me every single month, and this is something that really keeps you on track, but also it takes the lessons of Money Bootcamp, and as I said, we look for a new nuance. We look for a new layer that we can excavate together. And often people will say, oh, I'm not sure I'll go to that call. I don't think I've got any issues about allowance or divorce or weddings. And then where we go on those calls is always a revelation to everybody, including myself. We always find some new little nuance. So that keeps you on track. And then you get that lifetime access too. So for as long as we run Money Bootcamp, as long as we do the live calls, you'll be able to come forever. So this isn't a membership. This isn't something you have to pay every single month. This is something you pay once and that you're here forever. You know, you can't ever leave. You're part of us forever. And that means that people have created business besties and community and friendships in that group because it's lifetime access, which is really fun. And there's a lot of bonus trainings in there too. You know, we have trainings around pricing and, you know, lots of cool things. You won't run out of things to work on in that. Okay, so why now? So we only have the package deal for this week only. That's the only time we do all three of them together. I actually haven't sold Sacred Money Archetypes or Manifesting course separately for quite some time, and I don't know if we will at all. The 12-month payment plan is the only time that you can do that as well. And also we've just added a new thing where you can pay in your own currency, which means that you save bank fees and you save currency fluctuations if you choose the payment plan as well. So that's why you do it now. But also it's one of those things that every single year people tell me, you know, I just joined and I wish I'd joined last year. I wish I'd joined 2 years ago when I first saw it. And I get that, you know, sometimes spending money on your business is scary. Spending money on a course is scary for sure because, you know, we just don't always have that belief that it's going to come back to us. I totally get that. But it's also one of those things that if you are struggling to receive money and you don't have anyone around you who's positive, you're really just not giving yourself that best chance to creating that first class life for yourself. So that's why you come and do it now. No time like the present to come and do it, because I really believe it can be life-changing for you. So yeah, go and check out the package. Check out my package at denisett.com/package. And I just want to share a couple more testimonials with you too, because again, sometimes you just need to see one person that you think, oh my God, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So this is Leah, and this is really key too. Money Bootcamp allowed me to become a mother. Some people like have fear around that, or they don't think they can afford to have a family, or they're worried about being, you know, having a business and a family. And, you know, to be a mum, I needed consistent resources. And I get that as someone who grew up with not much money. I did not want to start a family in that same circumstance. So I found that such a really touching testimonial. Obviously I didn't make her pregnant, but it's just that feeling of like, yes, okay, I can take care of myself, I can make money, and I can have money and a family. I think is really, really touching. Okay, so Kira, I've been doing 25,000 cash months since joining Sacred Money Archetypes. I'm a rebel in my industry, so obviously she's a maverick. I've always done things differently, and for me, SMA was like deep permission. I've literally been this way forever. Now it's up to me to embrace it and bring it into my business. And so that's why I think it's such a key part to do excavate your money blocks, but also know what your archetypes are so you can really learn to profit from those. So here's the thing. Again, I'm not shaming anyone. I'm not saying, oh, you'll be a loser if you don't join. But what is your plan for this where your friends and family don't understand your business, you've got no support, or you've got negative people around you? For when clients complain about your prices or make you feel guilty or say that you're too expensive or say things like, you know, if you really cared, you'd do this for free. Or when you get your first refund request. That's something we absolutely celebrate in our groups, where we say to people, congratulations, this is a big rite of passage for you. You know, I've seen people quit over that. I've seen people quit their businesses because they have no support, because one person says you're too expensive and they're out. They get one refund request, they're out, because they don't have people to support them in the game. That's it. And also when you're feeling scared about money, which is totally, totally normal, but it doesn't have to be an insurmountable problem when you have that community. So imagine being able to charge what you're worth, being able to grow your business and just talk about money easily, allow it to flow through you, upgrading your life and being able to help more people. And that's what I'm passionate about. That's why my tagline is make money, change the world. Because I know when people like you have more money, you spend it in ways that enrich your communities. You spend it in ways that create wealth and win-win situations for other people. So that's for me. I know I attract people who are very generous and kind, and that can be a double-edged sword because you're so generous and kind, you feel like you're not allowed to charge for your work. So you give things away for free. So you undercharge. So you second guess everything that you do. But it's totally okay for you to keep that big, beautiful, generous heart and have more money. And it's totally safe for you to do both of those things, make money and change the world, not have to choose. So imagine that feeling of just going, okay, I am one of those success stories. Yes, I can make money. Why not me? And why not you? You absolutely can do it. But we do need help. All of us need help to be able to do that. And that's absolutely what I can help and provide. So Rosa, Money Bootcamp helped me overcome burnout and start fresh. I work 2 hours a day now because of my baby and my income is still growing. Giving yourself permission to make passive income. That's one of the lessons in Sacred Money Archetypes is passive income for your archetype. Being able to make it easy. Giving yourself permission to prosper and be a good mum, be a good friend, be a good human. And Sam, beautiful Sam Nolan-Smith, who's actually, this is, she's been around for a long time in our community. But Sacred Money Archetypes helped me to take my business to the next level. Finding out those scarcity blocks that made me stay small. I'm pretty sure Sam is an alchemist from what I remember in that. And each archetype have their own challenges to these things. So if you've struggled with business courses before or things like that because they don't understand you, then that's why you need to learn about Sacred Money Archetypes in combination with the work that we do in Money Bootcamp. Okay, so here's the other announcement too. So the price of Money Bootcamp is going up by $500. Sacred Money Archetypes is also going up by $500 because I totally undercharged it last year. So normally Bootcamp is just under $2,000, it's like $1,997, so that's going up to $2,500. Sacred Money Archetypes is going up to $1,500, and we haven't sold the separate manifesting course for a while, but that was $300 itself. So the package, you save over $1,500, plus you get that whole year worth of support as you pay it off if you want to do that, and you can pay in your own currency. Okay, so beat the pay increase. Money Bootcamp hasn't gone up for a number of years now, and it is time to increase the price. So that's the thing, people go, well, I'll join later. You go, cool, but it will be more expensive. And then you'll miss out on the momentum of starting with everybody at the same time. So for those of you who are already in Money Bootcamp, we're starting a new round together, like next week, and pretty much from February onwards, we're all doing it together. And that's the beauty of doing it with a group, having that accountability and momentum that we've had together over the last week. So I would love, I'd love to see everybody. I mean, I know not everyone's going to join, but I would love to see so many of you take that leap and come and join us in your community, because I know you won't regret it. Okay, so you can do the 12 monthly payments, which is totally fine. No big deal if you want to do the payments, or you can pay in full. So the pay in full is $2,497 US, which you save $371 when doing the payment plan, or you can do the payment plan. So the payment plan is you pay 12 months, $239 US a month, and you can pay in your own currency, as I said. So that's the package. That's that limited time only as well. And to be honest, like I know, I remember in my first year of business, I bought something that was about $2,000, and it felt like a massive, massive big leap. But I also think it's one of those no-brainer things where if you want to charge money for something that you do, work out how many clients you would need to be able to make this an easy investment. And as I said, once you've paid your payments, that's it, forever. And then you have that knowledge forever and ever. And there have been people who've been there for 10 years, 8 years, 6 years, 5 years, whatever, and they still come back home because they want to go to that next level. So work out how many clients that you would need to make this an easy investment for you. and then make that intention that you will make that back really quickly. So if you've been not charging anything, you know, and you want to charge $100 for something, you don't even have to get, you know, 3 clients a month to make that worthwhile, to actually have the courage to charge, and then work it out for whatever else that, you know, that you charge. Whoop, I've lost my slides. Let me just see, where did my slides go? Marky Mark, do you know where my slides are? Okay, so I have, yeah, I don't know where those are. Mark can probably come and tell me where those are. But anyway, so if you go to that denisedt.com/package, but I want to hear your questions about this. I want to hear what questions you have around, you know, like making that leap even into doing a course, into joining a community. What difference would that make? Oh, here's my husband. Hello for tech support. I don't know what I did, I'm sorry. This is my husband, Mark, by the way.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, okay. Will that still click? Oh, okay. Oh, I get what you, all right, I understand. Okay, and then I'm in the corner now. Okay, cool. So a couple more testimonials, and then I'm here to answer your questions, but also to do that prize draw as well. So to be in the running to win that VIP retreat at my farm, you have to buy on the call. You have to join. You can do payment plan or pay in full, no problem. But we will draw that in just a couple of minutes. Okay, so Sam, my biggest month so far has been $54,000. For some people, that's an annual salary. It's so exciting now to be on a journey where that kind of money flows into my business in just a month. And here's the thing, right? You might feel like, oh my God, I've never been able to do things like that. But being in a community where you see those kinds of money just being thrown around, for some people, it makes them feel a bit scared, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be so intimidated. But what you'll realize is that everyone in there knows what it takes to make more money. And so we celebrate someone making their first like $10 of passive income just as much as someone making their first $1 million. Because I know you don't get it now if you're not, like if you've never seen that, it's the same work. It's the exact same work. There's no advanced stuff that you need to do. It's the same work. And if you can make $10, you can make $100, you can make $1,000, you can make $10,000. It's the same internal work. It really is. But you need to be able to see it to believe it. I think I've just asked Mark to send me some text messages of people who have joined already. And if you have joined, put it in the comments as well. Okay. I want to see who wins. Yeah, he's staying in the room. Yep. I do feel reserved because I feel so thin. I don't know if I've got the energy. This is, I totally acknowledge that too. Feeling like, oh my God, I've got to, I don't know, play full out. Some people just lurk in the group and soak it all up. And it's not so intense that we want it to become just part of who you are and part of your daily life, not something that you have to like spend hours and hours doing. There's also a really interesting excavation around that too, of being a kid and being told you can't have dessert until you finish all your dinner. So sometimes we have this sense of I've got to finish that first before I'm allowed to do this thing, and I have to do it in a linear way. Instead of realizing that you're an adult, you can choose and you can soak this in while you're doing other things. So you might be doing another course right now, but the lessons here will enhance whatever you're doing. And it's not like it's one or the other. Okay, oh, I just saw, hang on. Elena just joined, Gail just joined, woohoo, yay. Yes, Jessica, the internal is what shifts the external. Yes, I totally get it. So it's just one of those things of going, oh, I need to finish everything on my plate. Can you see how that's an old story? Instead of going, wow, this could you know, influence everything that I'm doing and enhance everything that I'm doing. It's not scary. It's not scary work at all. It's fun and light and interesting if you come at it from a place of curiosity and fun. And it really, really is. Both of those things too. Okay, so, oh, I love it. Cheryl said, I joined, gave into my ADHD, ooh, shiny habit. Yes, that's really cool. Yes, so is it silly for a stay-at-home mum to join? I don't have any money to start my own business and I don't plan to. Yes, so not going to lie, I would say 80% of people in our group are entrepreneurs in some way. But for Money Bootcamp, it is not a business course. We do not talk about business. We do not talk about marketing in that group. We're very, very focused on money mindset. So it doesn't matter what you do. But everybody, if you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a CEO or you have your own business, we still have to learn to talk about money. We still have to be okay with using money as a tool. And yeah, so absolutely stay-at-home moms, I would love to see you come and join. And also too, because you can influence the next generation with money so they don't have the money blocks that we have. You know, it's hugely, hugely important. Anyone who's got kids in their life, you'll see, you know, and that's actually one of the lessons in Money Bootcamp is talking to your kids about money, talking to your partner about money, dealing with other people's money blocks in your life. As a stay-at-home mum, you have to deal with all of that, you know, and you're going to have to deal with when your kids come home and say, which my kids did, my friend said that money is a dirty word, you know, or you can't tell anyone your wish or it won't come true. All of those things we want to be able to let go for the next generation. Okay, so this is really your best investment in yourself. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to brag, you know, not being a dick about it. But I just know that if you want to make more money, then you have to invest in money mindset work. And I believe too with sacred money archetypes for your business, it is really the best investment in yourself. And if this was a mastermind, you know, I could easily charge $20,000 for it. And, you know, and I always get people asking me for a mastermind, but this is the work that I do. I have this beautiful community. I do this training ongoing so I can help people like you deal with your money stuff. So then you can go and have ripple effects to the people in your life, your family, your clients, or your community. So yeah, easily I could charge $20,000 for this package. But I don't, because I want it to go out to as many people as possible. So there's a guarantee. So this is really important for accumulators, by the way. Accumulators will not buy unless there is a money back guarantee, and accumulators very rarely choose the payment plan. So that's not exciting for you. But the fact that it's going up, that's what excites the accumulators, because they don't want to pay any more. They're the sort of insights that we get in Sacred Money Archetypes. So love it or your money back. We have a 14-day money back guarantee. So in the next 14 days, we've actually got 2 calls, because we've got our regular end of month call at the end of this week, and then we've got a kickoff call next week. So you can come to 2 calls, and if it's not your bag, you can get your money back, and that's fine. We do a full refund. We don't shame people. We don't make you jump through hoops. We do that, and some people take advantage of it. I'm not going to lie. Some people join and then they download stuff and go, which sucks. But we do this because we know that for some people, you hate making a bad decision. You're terrified that you're going to spend money and it's going to be the wrong thing. So we want to make sure that we don't have that risk, especially for the accumulators, that freaks people out. But it just means that it's a safe investment for you, and you know we're full integrity around that. So money back guarantee. And so who should join? We always get a lot of questions about this. You know, business consultants, artists. We have so many artists in the group because you have a lot of money blocks around the starving artist syndrome. You are in an industry that shames people about selling out. Yoga teachers, we have a lot of people in that kind of world too. Dance teachers too, actually, we have quite a few. But in the yoga world too, it's seen as being unspiritual to charge well for what you do. Obviously, people like coaches, writers, we have a ton of writers of all sorts. We've got novelists, we've got romance writers, we've got, you know, copywriters, we've got fiction, non-fiction, we've got so many different types of writers. Again, starving artist syndrome, right? Not allowed to make money. We've got a lot of professionals too, so people who are in jobs, in corporate jobs. If you, by the way, a speaker, you know, that's something where you have to be okay charging for what you do. We've got pet minders. We've got a lot of healers in lots of different modalities, Reiki and EFT and psychic mediums, and tons of people in that spiritual world. We've got CEOs. We've got designers, we've got fundraisers. By the way, if you're in the nonprofit world, you have to work on money mindset. It's okay to ask people for money, but you have to get clear on that. So we've got all industries, all countries, some countries more than others, but we've got self-employed, employed, we've got stay-at-home mums, and we've got people earning 0 and we've got people earning 8 figures. And you might think, how do you do all this in one group, Denise? And it's because we focus on the core of what we're all fearful about. Making more money. Am I allowed to help people and make money? Am I a good person? All of those things. We don't talk about marketing in there. We talk about our own excavation work that we have to do. And what you'll find is, I think this is healing as well as revealing, is that you might see people who are in a completely different industry to you, completely different life stage or business stage or success, and they have the same blocks as you. The same blocks as you. And it is so healing to be able to see that. It gives you permission, it gives you compassion and self-love to see that other people have money blocks just like you. So that's priceless, really priceless. Okay, so we've got Amanda. I created my dream job. I'm helping other people create theirs and leaving a legacy for generations to come that we should and can be millionaires. Not everyone in our group wants to be a millionaire, and that's totally fine too, but it'll help you normalize that conversation that it's totally okay if you want to do that. Haley, Sacred Money Archetypes has opened my eyes to my money mindset. It's amazing to learn more about my tendencies of money, how to embrace the ones that serve me, and how to work with the money tendencies that don't. And that's really life-changing, knowing what your archetypes are, knowing what your partner's archetypes are, knowing what your clients are, your children as well. That's crucial information to know. Okay, so how to join. So go to denisedt.com/package. You can choose your payment plan or pay in full, or you can choose euros, pounds, or Aussie dollars. Complete the registration, and then hopefully one of you will win a prize. But listen, if you have any problems at all, just send my team a note, admin@denisedt.com, and we'll make sure that we get everything sorted before the deadline ends, okay? All right, so I think does Mark text me? Oh, okay, cool. So, oh my gosh. Donna, Rosa, Catherine, Nicola, Jamie, Trish, Catherine, Jessica, Ada, Mandy, William, Jessica, Cheryl, Jessica, Sabrina, Tara. By the way, we always have so many Jessicas, Joan. I love it. Kimberly, Deborah, Lauren, Elena, Jennifer, Catherine, Jennifer, Stella, Lynn, Ashley, Samantha, Gail, Dava, Tracy, Lindsay, Lisa, Penny, Stephen, Melanie, Melissa, Krista, Nell, Kelly, Misty, Andrea, Paulette, oh my God, Grease 2 is one of my favorite movies. Pauletta in there. Ali, Cassia, Crystal, Amy, Aranthi, Cassandra, Sarah, Susanna, Tanya, and more coming. Thank you, Marky Mark. So it's really, really cool. Or someone's asking, can we pay it off early if we do the payment plan? Yes, you absolutely can. Yep, we often get people do that in, like their second or third month. They're like, oh, I've manifested money. Can I pay it off? Yes, you absolutely can. But thank you for asking that. I appreciate that. And I'm really sorry if I missed your questions too. Obviously, we had so many people on the call, and we still have almost 1,000 people on the call. So I'll stick around to answer some more questions, but I'm sorry if I missed it. I feel bad. I want to try and do everyone's. So Angelique, I've released my fear of math and numbers. I was convinced that I was terrible with money because I was really bad at numbers and math as a kid, and so I love this story. Money Bootcamp really helped me shift in a huge way. In particular, the forgiveness work exercises and money tracking helped me release my fear of math and numbers and the limiting beliefs about money not wanting to support me in large sums. Yes, I think that's so key. If you've had, don't blame yourself if you might not have ever had anyone talk to you about money. You might have to do a lot of forgiveness work in yourself about mistakes that you've made around money. And that's what we're here for. We haven't heard anything like, oh my God, you can share your most shameful money secrets with us and there's nothing we haven't heard. And it's so healing to be able to let go of some of those things. Okay, so what could you achieve in 2023 with practical step-by-step training? You know by now if you've done the challenge that I'm all about practical stuff. all about trying to find the path of least resistance and making sure that if you can't do something, there's always an alternative that you can do. To having that mentoring with me, my team, having that live monthly coaching, but also having that support every day in the group, having that accountability and that encouragement, and having role models, not just, I mean, there should have been a plural on that. It's not just about me, it's about everybody in that community being a role model for each other in lots of different ways. You'll find role models in there for being a parent, for being an artist, for being a creative, for being a philanthropist, for being, every possible combination you can think of. And what I love too is when people are in the group and they search, divorce or whatever, there's always someone who has your situation. And if they haven't, we're there to support you as well. And that's the beauty of having a group that's international. There's always someone awake who can help and support you. But also just being able to soak in the vibes of it and soak in all the examples. As I said, you don't have to play if you don't want to. Okay, so it's your time and you're ready for the next step. And when are the calls? So it's a good question. So the calls are at the end of the month. So it's the last Thursday or Friday, depending on your time zone. And we have the two different options. So we have one that's about 6 p.m. Eastern New York time. And then the second one is it's 7 p.m. Sydney time, which is usually like morning time in Europe. So if you're a night person, if you're in Europe, it's either like morning or late at night for you. If you're in Australia, it's morning or night. If you're in America, it's afternoon or late at night. So you can come to one, you can come to both, or you can just watch the replays. It's totally up to you, but thank you for asking that question. Yeah, I'm keen. I had some amazing replies to my comments from your team this week. It doesn't always happen, I've found. I love the 14-day buffer, yes. So my team are beautiful, brilliant. And it takes a lot of effort to run a group the way we do. We have mentors during the week and we have weekend mentor as well, to always make sure that there's someone there for you to get support from. As I said, it's not a business group, it's not a marketing group, so there's not posts in there like, what webinar software do I use? It's always about money mindset, so it's not just another business group you're joining, it's laser focused on the lessons that we work on in Money Bootcamp. Okay, again, sorry if I've missed your questions. Yeah, someone's saying I'm not great with math. Yep, me either. I've got dyscalculia. If you pick monthly payments, can you switch to an annual? Yes, you can do it whenever you want. Does this work for direct sales, social selling? The reason why it works for every industry is because we all have the same core money blocks, right? And I find that different industries sometimes have different nuances, but it's always about, am I worth it? Is it okay for me to receive money? Is it okay for me to talk about money? Is it okay for me to do something I love and make money? That's the core work that we're working on. Also, I think you'll love sacred money archetypes for that too. Knowing who your target audience are. What are their hopes and fears around starting their own business? All of that stuff is really key. Sacred money archetypes is having a pair of goggles to help you see inside people's hopes and dreams. And also to know what motivates you as well. It really is a game changer. Oh, you're so welcome. I love this. Yeah, Cass has joined. I love it. You've given so much value this week. Well, my pleasure. Honestly, I love showing up and serving people. Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate your appreciation. I appreciate it. I'm so ready for this. Yes. Okay. I've had lots of aha moments. Yes, I'll be manifesting the money to join. Yes, well, I really, that's the thing, if you're not joining on this call, which there's still a couple of minutes to join to be in the running for that prize. So if you know that you want to do it and it's just that little extra thing, then just come and join us. You've got those 2 weeks if you change your mind, and I hope you don't. But it really is a life-changing thing to be able to be seen and to experience people just talking about money. It really is life-changing. And this is the new world that we're in, right? We were not taught to talk about money because we were probably taught that it was impolite. I didn't even see any women in my family ever earn their own money. And so of course it's new for us. Of course it feels weird. Of course it brings up stuff for us. So it's okay, but it doesn't mean that we can't go beyond that. And it doesn't mean that you can't go beyond your perceived limitations around money. Okay. Oh, Belinda, thank you. She's saying, you won't regret it. Yeah, best decision ever. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Belinda, so much. Okay, so I don't know, Mark, if I've missed any big questions. All right, so, so we've got Jasmine, Trisha, Ilira. Sorry, sometimes my ADHD makes it hard. Iliora, Brigitte, Lauren, Dina, Heather, Fiona, Jamie, Marsha, love it. It's awesome. Okay. All right, let me just see if I missed any big questions. I'm sorry, they go so quick. Yes, it's out of our comfort zones and new, absolutely. But it doesn't have to be, and we can absolutely do something different. You know, we really can, and we can be the next generation that uses money as a tool for good. We really can. Okay, so I think I've got another couple of testimonials. Anita, who's a florist. We have so many people in creative industries, and this is such a key part. As I said, getting your pricing right, getting your boundaries right with clients, and being okay to make money doing something you love in a creative industry. So bootcamp really helped me own the fact that I'm a creative person, and that's who I've always been. My mindset is so strong when it comes to money now, and that strength has had a knock-on effect on my business. I learned to believe and trust that there's always more money. Yes, so if you're in a product-based business, especially like a consumable one, like, you know, food and flowers and things like that, getting your pricing right, getting your mindset right is so key. You know, it's okay for you to be the most expensive in your industry. It's okay for you to set boundaries with clients. All of those things have to come from within. It's really key. Okay, so let me see if there's any more big questions. Okay. Okay, I wonder how long this offer is available. So it's 9 p.m. Friday Eastern time, so New York time, which is Saturday morning. And that's when the package deal goes away, the payment plan goes away, the discounts go away too. So, yeah. Okay, so prize winner. Who is going to be the prize winner for the VIP weekend retreat at my farm? Who is it going to be? So Mark, if you can text me that in a second, please. And yeah, changing how my legacy thinks about money. Okay, so Pam, there is some FAQs on that page too if you go to denisedt.com/package. But if you have any questions or problems, reach out to my team. So you can email admin@denisedt.com, or if you go to my business page on Facebook or even Instagram, you can send us a DM. My team is all across it over the next couple of days, and you can ask any question you like, really. Okay, so if you're already in bootcamp or SMA, we'll send you guys out a separate email for you to be able to upgrade on that too. Okay. So can I use Sacred Money Archetypes to my clients to teach it to them? No, because I'm certified in the method. It's not my work. I've just created a course around that. You can use it in your marketing, as in knowing how to market to your own clients. You just can't teach SMA itself to other people, if that makes sense. But you can embed it into your business in so many ways. Even just changing your branding, all of those things. It's just, it's a game changer and super freaking fun too. Okay. All right. So Marky Mark, can you pick the winner, please? Okay. So, we do have a winner. And the winner is Elena Poveta. I don't know if that's Paweta. Elena Poveta is the winner of that Rose Farm retreat. Worth $8,000. And yes, I can't wait to see you. We've got one in March, we've got one in August, and we've got one next year in February as well. So yay. Super fun. Okay, so what I would love to see everybody come and join us on this package by Friday. We've already had tons of people join, and we're all here to support and help you. I know sometimes it's a big leap of faith, especially if we haven't worked together yet. So you do have that 2-week, money back guarantee thing, but also I know that you're going to love it. Okay, so we've got a couple more testimonials to share, and then I'll hang around a little bit longer if you have questions about your situation. Okay, so we've got Kumari, who's a clinical psychologist. Money Bootcamp helped me recover $30,000 in retirement income, which is really interesting, right? It's getting okay with your money means being able to take care of it in every single area of your life. Bootcamp taught me I don't have to undercharge for my level of service. I have a lot of skills and knowledge to share, and I can still do that while abiding by a strict code of ethics. Super important in all industries, just to get okay with money, make friends with money, get over your fears with money. Hugely important. We've got Geaney, I no longer work weekends and increase my fees. Since discovering sacred money archetypes, I've moved to a coach consultant model, because we talk about business models in that, which ones work best for different archetypes, which don't work for different archetypes, which has enabled me to massively increase my fees. I've streamlined everything, so I'm focusing on one target market. Remember, that's the key, right? Knowing the motivations of every archetype. I've stopped working weekends and evenings. Yes, that's really cool. Nikita, we've got Bootcamp's turned my side hustle into my full-time job. This is really important, I think. We have a lot of people, especially people who are like nurses, teachers, who start a side hustle, but because of their caring nature and personality, can never make it into a full-time income. So, if that's you, if you've got a side hustle, but you can't charge for it, you're not charging, you're undercharging, having the confidence to make that into a full-time thing is life-changing. It's life-changing. Doesn't mean you always have to give up your job. Not everyone does, for sure, but you can't make money if you're not charging. That's really, really hard. So I love this testimonial from Nikita here about helping me turn my side hustle into my full-time job, which I know is a big dream for so many people. Heather, Money Bootcamp rescued my mindset and my business, allowed me to make time for more rest in my schedule, hit all my financial goals well before the end of the year, so it feels great to relax for a little while. Some people want to make more money so they can take more time off, have a sabbatical, make more passive income, buy a house. Like, there's so many reasons, and again, money is just a tool for you to live your dreams. That's it. It's just a tool. And the beautiful Lata, I can now flow with my money archetype rather than against it. So Lata is an accumulator that I've mentioned a few times. Accumulators who sometimes struggle with spending money because they can feel very frugal. Sacred money archetypes is fantastic because you can really start to understand other people and what their archetypes might be, and potentially open up new channels of success and abundance for yourself. We've got Nicole. Money Bootcamp helped me totally reinvent my business. Last year, we actually made $1 million in revenue, and my work-life balance is the best it's ever been, on top of making that $1 million in revenue. So what I love seeing, we don't have like a big focus on becoming a millionaire or anything like that, because everyone's got different goals in there. But it's just really fun just to see people and go, oh, they're just making lots of money. It's just normal. That is super, super fun, and especially in, lots of different industries. Okay, so I think I've only got one left. Okay, cool. So I would love to see everybody join, obviously, because I know what it can do for you. I know how much it can help. And me and my team are here to help you make that decision over the next couple of days before the package deal ends, before the payment plan ends, before our prices go up. And I would just say, don't leave it for another year. Your dreams are too important. Take a chance on yourself. Believe in the power of community to help you, the power of accountability, the power of being in a container like we've experienced here, having that beautiful container to motivate you every single day, and having that ongoing support for the whole year. So it really is your time. Like, it is your time and you're ready for the next step. And so, yeah, I'd love to come, I'd love to see you in that. Okay, so let me just see if Mark, even if you can just let me know if there's any big questions that, it's funny, the questions are on an iPad and I'm trying to use my scroll thing on my computer to do it. Okay, if Yeah, thank you for this week. I truly appreciate this opportunity. You're so welcome. I think it's from Angelia. You're so welcome, and thank you again for playing along. It's been such a pleasure, such an honor. And I know that some of these tools, you can use forever, and I really hope that it does. And I love hearing your success stories. So there's more of that. There's more of that. More nuances, more lessons and learnings about creating more money. And you don't even know what's available for you. You might think your future, your financial future and what you're capable of because of your family that you grew up in or your friendships. And I'm here to tell you, the sky is the limit. Why not you? You're allowed to have money. You're allowed to make money. You're allowed to keep more money. You're allowed to be debt-free. You're allowed to live in your dream house. All of those things are possible with more money. They really are. Okay, cool. So how many people in total are in the community? So in our Money Bootcamp group, I think we're about 8,500 people. And but I don't think it's overwhelming, again, because we keep it laser focused on money mindset. And we police that as well, just to make sure that we're trying to keep it focused. It's a non-promotional group too. And it's just, there's people in every industry. So it's really great. And also because we've had 10 years of it, you might not feel comfortable about posting, but you can look in the archives about people in your particular situation, and you can go find stuff from that. And again, if you don't like Facebook, because I know lots of people don't, you can always comment in Kajabi, and our mentor team are in that group too, answering questions there. So what is SMA? So SMA is Sacred Money Archetypes. So in the package, you get Money Bootcamp, which is, the group's open all year round. We do those monthly calls at the end of the month. And that course is focused on excavating your money beliefs and your money blocks. Sacred Money Archetypes is focused on business and personalities and money. So it is more of a business course, but still, if you don't have a business, you can still get a lot out of it, from understanding your partner's money archetype, your friends, your parents, your kids even. And then the third course in that is the Practical Manifesting course. So it wouldn't be new to you guys. It's very similar to what we've done in this free challenge, but it's just all of the resources around that. So more visualizations and meditations, cheat sheets for manifesting particular things, and going a little bit more in depth into each one of those 5 steps. So the package is all 3 of those: the ongoing support for the whole year, a long-term payment plan, and a juicy discount for buying all 3 together too. And that ends Friday, 9 p.m. Okay. Oh, I love this. Michelle said, my pop-up notification just went off. There's always more money. There's always more money. There's always more money. Okay. Will my partner's negative money mindset impact my ability to manifest goodness for both of us? This is probably one of the most common things that comes up for people in partnerships is different money mindsets, right? So often you have a lot of entrepreneurs are married to frugal people, I find, and you've got one who's like, yeah, let's take risks, and one who's like, no. So yes, both of the courses actually help with that. So Money Bootcamp helps from just understanding where a lot of those attitudes and beliefs have come from. There's a mosquito in here. There's also a couple of lessons around that. So there's one about working with your partner and one about your kids too. I find that sometimes it goes to one of 2 ways, right? Sometimes partners can watch the lessons together. Only one person can join the group, but you can totally watch them together. But I also find that when you realize that you have to focus on your own stuff, it does rub off on your partner. And we also have a lot of tips around that too, about how to kind of have that mindset rub off on them. But also Sacred Money Archetypes is super key for this too, to understand the potential clashes. For example, my husband and I, we have our first 2 archetypes are the same, but our thirds are very different, and that causes friction between the 2 of us. That stuff is a game changer to know. So yes, your partner has a massive impact on your money mindset, and we give you the tools to help you deal with that. Yep. Okay, how do I manifest the money before Friday to join? Yes, continue the 5 steps. Absolutely, Mark. get clear on what you need. Do you want to join and pay in full? Do you want to do the payment plans? So, go through that with the intention. You can go through the 5 steps with the intention to manifest anything. So absolutely. And I find writing down the goal is really important too. I need $2,500 to join Money Bootcamp, or I need the $239 or whatever the payments are. And write it down, be specific, set the intention that you're going to join. Put the date, put the calls in your calendar, make space for it. Maybe, as part of the decluttering is like, forgive yourself for courses that you've bought before and felt bad about, things like that. Okay. Yes, Heather's saying, I enjoy participating in these challenges as a Money Bootcamp member. It really re-energizes your focus. And Heather, you are such a great part of our community. You turn up to calls, you're in the group all the time. So I just want to give you a shout out because you're such a beautiful part of our community. Thank you. Yeah. Yay, Jessica. Good. What happens after the year? Great question, Chi-Chi. So we're lifetime access. So as long as I continue to run the course, hopefully for a long time, you can be a member of that. So I know we've got live calls all this year. I'm not 100% sure we're going to do live calls next year, but the group will still stay open. And that's just because I've got some books and stuff that I want to write, just being transparent. And so I say that because, people go, oh, I'll join next year. And it's like, well, cool, the group might be open, but I can't always guarantee a year in advance that I'm always going to do the live calls. And that's just me being transparent. So I always think the earlier you join, the better, the more benefit you get out of it. Some people, as I said, have been there for 10 years, and so you never pay again. And people have, a lot of my business mentors and stuff have always said, turn it into a membership, continue making money. And I'm like, no, that's not the deal. The deal is that you pay once, you come in and you're part of our community forever. So yeah, how fun is that? So thank you for asking that question, Chi-Chi. It also becomes like a secret club. Like you'll realize, you'll find people in your country, in your city, and it's like, oh, we're lucky bees together as well. It's super, super fun. Well, Chi-Chi, I would love to see you in there. I absolutely would. And, the fact that you can, sometimes people join and it takes them, they're a little bit shy, and then some people jump in straight away. And we're always there for any of those personalities. We're there for however you want to show up in that group. I find that some people show up months later and they're like, I just did the work and I did this thing and I just want to come in and share this testimonial. And it's like, sweet. And then, you've got people who've been there for 10 years who still show up and cheerlead people every single day. We're here for whatever experience you want out of that. It's really, it's your group, it's your community, and, you bring your beautiful energy into that as well. Yeah, it's a very rare thing, I think, to have such a beautiful, supportive community. And we do a lot of work to curate that experience for everybody as much as possible. Okay, so any last questions? Any nutritionists in bootcamp? Yes, actually a lot. So I also wrote a book recently called Money Mindset for Natural Health Practitioners. And you can find that on Amazon. I had to be a bit quiet about it because it was launching around the same time as my Hay House book. So you can find that on Amazon. And the reason why I did that is because I have so many people in the community who are in that health related field. So and the spectrum of that, right? People who are nutritionists, dietitians, naturopaths, every spectrum of that in that world. And it's one of the ones that industry has massive money blocks because you're told in training, I hope you're in this for the right reasons. If you really cared about people and their health problems, you would do this for free. So I'm really passionate about that. One of my very first clients when I moved to Newcastle was Tammy Guest, who is a naturopath who created a whole industry in naturopathy coaching and for people in that world. And because the money blocks are rife in that industry. So that's why I did that. Okay. Lifetime access, does that mean once the year is paid in full, there's no further payments? That's right. Yes. And that's to say, the lifetime access doesn't mean your lifetime and my lifetime. Whereas when I'm a granny in a nursing home, you're like, Denise, we're when's the next live call? It means life of the program. So for as long as we run it, you'll never have to pay again. And we will try and keep it going for as long as we can because it's really important work. So yeah, that's what that means. Question, SMA, when does the SMA group go live again? So we're doing the launch in May because we're doing SMA, and that means that it's June, July that the actual course will run for that. But you get access to the course earlier. So you can, go through the course at your own pace, and then we open that group up for SMAHA's full extravaganza. The other thing about SMA too is that you get access to all of the archetypes. So each archetype has its own course, essentially. So there's, is there like 10 lessons, Mark? I can't even remember, on business model and marketing and ideal client and all the things. And there's a separate course for each archetype. So some people just watch theirs, some people watch all of them, some people watch their target audiences one so they can understand those. And what's really cool about Sacred Money Archetypes, which is why I loved it so much, is that I did a different set, I did different costumes for every archetype to really show to you the different personalities and the different flavors of marketing to different personalities. And it was our best launch ever. And one of the bonuses for that too is that you get a whole behind the scenes launch playbook of our results and like which archetype joined the soonest. You'll freaking love it. You'll die. It's so good. Okay, sorry, some of these questions came in a little bit while. Where can I find the dates for the live calls? So they're always the last Thursday, Friday of the month. Okay, so, and the time zone shifts a little bit because every country shifts their time zone at slightly different times. So it's pretty much always 6 p.m. Eastern, or it's, evening time Australia. Towards the end of the year, it shifts a little bit because I'm traveling to Europe a little bit. But yeah, it's always the end of the month. Yeah. Can you imagine the fun of international groups when everything changes all the time? Okay. All right. Oh, Marie, it's 1 a.m. in France and I'm still here. I love the energy here. Well, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Marie. Appreciate it so much. Okay. I love SMA, but I think this is root of everything. I think that's about self-love. Okay. We did the SMA one. How much are time investment of the courses? It's a really hard question to answer, Katie, because how long is a piece of string, really? And you have to understand your own personal learning style. And this is why it's so key to even understand your archetype, right? Rulers want to race ahead. Rulers want to do the course in a weekend. Accumulators print everything out and they do it methodically from start to finish because they want to get their money's worth out of everything. Alchemists jump around. Nurturers do the course for other people. So they'll do it and go, oh, how does this help this person? How does this help this person? Same with connectors. Connectors are like, oh, someone else needs to do this course. Oh, I can help with that. Mavericks go, fuck it, I'm not doing the course. Fuck you, Denise. And they soak it up. Same with alchemists. Alchemists very rarely need to do courses. Romantics really rarely need to do courses from start to finish. You soak it up from the group. You're just going to go, now I know Kung Fu. So I know that's a really frustrating answer to your question, but it really is about your money archetype. Some people watch things on speed, double time. Some people just read the transcripts. There's a transcript for every single lesson. Some people do the assignments. Some people never do the assignments. Some people do the whole course. Some people don't do any of the course, and they still get something out of it. And I really think that's a key thing. If you run lessons or courses yourself, people go, how can I get people to finish my course? And you go, some people don't need to. Some people need to get one little nugget and that's enough for them. So whatever your time commitment is, you can do that. Some people, so with Kajabi, it has a podcast app, so you can listen to them as podcasts, all the lessons. I'm the sort of person, I skim transcripts. I very rarely watch videos. We've been trialing something as well for the last, when I redesigned the course, is I actually put a lot of information on the page. Some people just put like, watch the video. I never watch videos. So I want to try and make sure there's as much information on the page as possible if you're a reader, like I am, and we try and cater for lots of different learning styles. Some people just come to the calls. Some people don't come to the calls. Does that make sense? Yeah. I know that's, yeah. So what's the link for Australians? So it's the same link for everybody. You can just choose your currency on there. What's the name of the new book about manifesting for natural? It's called Money Mindset for Natural Health Practitioners. And there's also Money Mindset for Writers coming, and Money Mindset for Body Workers, I think we're doing next. And then I'm just going to keep on making them. I'm going to do Money Mindset for Real Estate Agents, Money Mindset for everything. And next month we do have a couple of roundtable conversations with some of those industries as well, which you can either come to or you can just watch. And I'm planning to do more of those this year too, different industries. And you just have to, you just have to ask. We can do it. Alrighty. Yeah, I prefer the transcripts too. I think it's important to, just to look at the different learning styles and be okay, and not have, it's not school. In school you had to do things a certain way, and you don't have to do that. You can do what works for you. What's the team email for support? So if you send an email to admin@denisedt.com, which someone can probably type in for you, or Mark can, and just let my team know. As I said, it's 9 p.m. Friday that we're closing this, Saturday morning for Australians. So there's plenty of time. I always make sure that my team do extra hours during our launches so they can answer as many questions as possible. Yes. Is the money mindset for natural health practitioners useful for counselors as well? Yes, I do think so, but the truth is I'll be doing lots of different books this year in different industries, and they'll be like 80% the same book and 20% the nuances. Because again, people will say to me, this doesn't work for me because of my industry. And I go, yes, it will. But sometimes you just need to see examples. So when you go to denisedt.com/package, by the way, there's a case study page. You can see case studies from someone from your industry. And if you can't find one, reach out to my team and say, do you have anyone who's XYZ? Do you have anyone who is this? And we can find an example and a case study for you. Because it is important sometimes to see that. And you might feel lonely in your industry talking about money. So that's why it's even more important to have a community. Even more. Okay, so who won the Rose Farm Retreat? We did announce that a little while ago, and it was Elena Povetta. Yeah. Mark just said he just posted the link for option to pay in Canadian dollars. And we've also had Paula, Lisa, Natasha, Maud, Hazel, Tanya, Kerry, Lana, Misty, and Melissa just joined as well. Okay, cool. So you might have missed that one. Are you doing any for singers, performers? Yes, and artists, yes. We do have a lot of people in the group who are in that world. We've got actors. One of my very first coaching clients is an Irish actress who you might have seen in lots of things. And the beautiful Raina Campbell as well, who she was in a movie with Chris Hemsworth a year or so back. She's in our group too. So we have dancers, performers, singers, actors, every industry you can think of. And here's the thing too, right? Every industry has its own slightly unique money blocks. If you're a performer, you probably started out doing it for free, for the love of it. And then are you allowed to make money doing something you love? Your parents might have said, if you go into that industry, you'll never make a penny. How's that for something to have to undo, right? Big. Yes. So, yep. Will we be notified if we win? We already made the announcement about 10 minutes ago of the winner of that. And yes, thank you so much for your gorgeous light and inspiration, Deborah. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. And no, there wasn't a cash prize today, Amy, but we have given away, how much did we give away this last week? It was a doubling prize. So we gave away quite a few $1,000s this week, which was super, super, super fun. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. Here you go. Heather just posted her testimonial in the group too. Yeah, that's super fun. Alrighty, well, if there's no more questions, I will absolutely see you guys. I will see you in the group for those of you who have joined. All you have to do is request access to our Money Bootcamp group. If you are in the challenge group, we're keeping it open, I think, until the 31st of Jan. So there will be, you can still watch the recap page of the challenge, manifest the money to come and join us. We would love to continue supporting you in that way. And a big, beautiful congratulations to all the lovely people who've come to join us in Money Bootcamp and Sacred Money Archetypes and the Practical Manifesting course. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It is going to be so, so, so much fun. Okay, and if you have any problems or questions, or if you've had any tech problems, reach out to my beautiful team. It will be Melissa or Jessica who will be helping you. And that's admin@denisedt.com. All right, lovelies. I will see you in the group. Oh, yes, so much fun. So much fun. See you in the group. And, oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Yes, you're going to go through the challenge. That's a great idea. Go through the challenge again over the next couple of days. Declutter more, get more specific, put more of those anchors in place, take some inspired action. Sending out an email, you might only have to get a couple of clients to come and join us in Money Bootcamp. And then again, you have those skills for life, right? Yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks a bunch. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you again. You know what? Again, so this group has been just so, I really appreciate it. I really do. I have so many friends who do challenges and stuff, and they get sometimes just not nice people. And I've never had a bad experience with anyone who's come to any of our challenges. So thank you for playing. Thank you for cheerleading each other. And yeah, thank you for your gratitude. I really appreciate it. I do. It's actually really touching to me when people say that. So thank you. It doesn't just wash over me. I actually really do. I receive that. Thank you. Okay, guys. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks again. Bye. I'll see you in boot camp.